Welcome back to Movie Clips Breakdown, your go-to channel for in-depth movie explanations, reviews, and analyses of cinematic masterpieces. Today, we're breaking down Domisel, a film that flips traditional fairy tale tropes on their head with a thrilling, dark twist. This movie offers action, mystery, and a thought-provoking story that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. If you haven't watched Domisel yet, be warned, this breakdown contains major spoilers. Domisel, released in 2024, Domisel is a fantasy thriller that subverts the typical damsel in distress narrative. Directed by Juan Carlos Fresnadillo and starring Millie Bobby Brown, the movie presents a unique take on female empowerment, survival, and destiny. The film follows Elodie, a young woman whose marriage to a prince turns into a nightmare when she is sacrificed to an ancient dragon. Instead of waiting to be rescued, Elodie must rely on her intelligence, courage, and resilience to escape and survive. The movie challenges traditional fairy tale expectations, showing that not all princesses need saving, instead, they can save themselves. Now, let's dive into the plot, themes, and hidden messages behind this thrilling tale. Plot overview. The setup: a royal betrayal. The movie opens with a picturesque kingdom, where Princess Elodie, Millie Bobby Brown, is chosen to marry Prince Henry of Orea. The Kingdom of Orea appears to be a prosperous land ruled by Queen Isabel and King Roderick. At first, everything seems like a dream come true for Elodie. She is whisked away to a grand castle, where she prepares to embrace her new life as a princess. However, things take a dark turn. On the night of the grand ceremony, instead of a wedding, Elodie is led deep into the mountains and thrown into a cavern. She soon realizes that the royal family has sacrificed her to an ancient, fire-breathing dragon as part of a centuries-old ritual meant to keep the beast appeased. Alone, injured, and betrayed, Elodie must quickly adapt to her new reality. With no prince coming to her rescue, she must rely on her survival instincts to escape. Facing the dragon. Unlike traditional fairy tales, where dragons are simply villains to be slain by brave knights, Domisel presents the creature as a complex and terrifying force of nature. The dragon is enormous, intelligent, and has been conditioned to expect a new princess sacrifice each time. Elodie's first encounters with the dragon are harrowing. She narrowly escapes its fiery breath and deadly claws multiple times, using her wits and agility to evade it. The cavern, full of ancient relics from past sacrifices, becomes both a prison and a training ground. Elodie discovers remnants of other princesses who were left before her, scraps of fabric, bones, and even desperate inscriptions carved into the cave walls. As days pass, Elodie realizes that she cannot simply hide forever. She studies the dragon's patterns and movements, looking for weaknesses. She also finds hidden tunnels and underground lakes that she can use to her advantage. Determined to break free, she begins formulating an escape plan. The turning point: strength from within. As Elodie grows stronger, she starts to piece together the kingdom's horrifying secret. She finds ancient records that reveal that Orea has been sacrificing young women for generations to maintain its prosperity. The dragon's curse is tied to the land. The kingdom flourishes only if the sacrifices continue. The realization fuels Elodie's resolve. She is determined not just to survive but to end this cycle of cruelty once and for all. Using makeshift weapons crafted from the remnants of past victims, Elodie begins actively fighting back. She outsmarts the dragon in multiple encounters, using the environment against it. One particularly thrilling sequence involves her luring the beast into a collapsing cavern, momentarily trapping it so she can explore an escape route. The climax: the ultimate showdown. Elodie finally discovers a way out, a narrow passage leading to the kingdom's outskirts. However, before she can escape, she faces a heartbreaking choice. She finds another woman, a princess who was left behind decades ago, barely alive and too weak to fight. Realizing she cannot save them both, Elodie promises to expose the truth and return with help. The final confrontation with the dragon is intense. Unlike traditional stories where the beast is merely a villain, Domisel portrays it as a tragic figure, one bound by the kingdom's selfishness. In a daring move, Elodie sets a trap that causes an avalanche within the cave, burying the dragon under tons of rock. While it doesn't kill the creature outright, it weakens it enough for her to finally escape. As she emerges from the cavern, battered but victorious, she heads straight to the kingdom to confront those who betrayed her. The resolution: breaking the cycle. Elodie's return to Orea is shocking to the royal family. The people of the kingdom, who are unaware of the sacrifices, are horrified when they learn the truth. With their secret exposed, Queen Isabel and King Roderick lose their hold over the kingdom. The people revolt, demanding an end to the barbaric tradition. Instead of seeking vengeance, Elodie chooses justice. She ensures that Orea's leadership is dismantled and that no more innocent women will be sacrificed. By breaking the cycle, she not only frees herself but also saves future generations from the same fate. Themes and symbolism. 1. The subversion of fairy tales. Unlike classic fairy tales where a damsel waits for a prince to save her, damsel flips the script. Elodie doesn't need a knight, she becomes her own savior. The film challenges the outdated notion that women in fantasy stories must always be rescued and instead portrays female strength and resilience. Point 2. The corruption of power. The kingdom of Aurea thrives on a terrible lie, proving how deeply corruption can run when power is left unchecked. The rulers justify their actions as necessary traditions, showing how history can be manipulated to serve those in power. This mirrors real-world issues of oppression disguised as tradition. Point 3. Nature and survival. The dragon, despite being a fearsome creature, is also a victim. It has been conditioned to expect sacrifices, much like a chained predator. The cavern setting becomes a metaphor for oppression and the struggle for survival, emphasizing the power of adaptation and resilience. Character breakdown. Elodie, Millie Bobby Brown. Elodie is a refreshing protagonist, resourceful, brave, and determined. She evolves from an innocent princess into a warrior, proving that survival is not about physical strength alone but intelligence and determination. Prince Henry, Nick Robinson. Henry appears charming at first but is revealed to be complicit in the kingdom's dark practices. He represents those who benefit from oppression without directly enforcing it. Queen Isabel, Robin Wright, and King Roderick. The true villains of the story, the royal couple, are manipulative and ruthless, willing to sacrifice innocent lives to maintain their kingdom's wealth and status. The dragon, a tragic figure in its own right, the dragon symbolizes both oppression and vengeance. Its role is not just that of a monster, but a creature tied to the sins of the past. Damsel is a powerful, subversive film that challenges traditional storytelling. With its stunning visuals, intense action, and thought-provoking themes, it stands out as a must-watch for fantasy and adventure fans. What did you think of Damsel? Did you enjoy Elodie's journey? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Movie Clips Breakdown for more exciting movie analyses. Until next time, keep watching great films.